Fake
But Jay
news.
Ward, just say they just say that particular LB treated that old
Uh,
lady like a
bro, we
star.
are
Hey,
live.
what it
We
do,
live, bro.
people? What it
We
do?
Fake
What
are
it do?
live.
news. Fake news.
We are y'all, what's going on? What's going down? We are
We
here for
got
another
boys in the building.
Brothers Vent 2. My boy CJB on the way home and T setting up. Give him a couple of minutes, but he should be back on too. But coming to you from Lake Village, Arkansas, I'm in my mom's house. She got Crown Reserve, so that's what I'm drinking on tonight
Okay.
already. So if y'all see all the pictures and the paintings in the background, you see a picture of me. That's I'm at my mom's house.
Oh,
Yeah.
So you got
what
put
it
out.
do? This your
Moving
boy
in with your
Crowley,
mom.
representing. Since we on HBCUs again, we're gonna try this again. I'm pulling out the double Ciroc for these y'all boys tonight. You know what I'm saying? Gotta represent. Much love to everybody.
Yeah, so anyway, you know what I'm saying? They kicked me off the show last week, you know what I'm
Right.
saying, for my previous comments, but it is what it is.
You
I'm
was in
actually
Brothers
sober
Vent
tonight, you know
jail.
what I'm saying? I'm taking it slow, taking it easy because you know what I'm saying, I've been on suspension.
Oh
So
my
I'm
God.
back now.
So you're not gonna tell the truth?
You still not gonna
Which
tell the
part?
truth.
Go ahead, Jay Ward.
What's up, y'all? I'm coming to you from my crib here in Shreveport, Louisiana. Again, here to bring balance to these young men, and I'm drinking my favorite, probably my favorite drink. And I love gin. This is one of my favorite drinks. I love gin, so I got some Amsterdam right here, taking it old school, like Snoop would say, a little gin and juice.
I was just about to say that, son. You ain't from the West Coast, but hey, shout out to that Tangeray and Snoop.
Snoop is from Mississippi though, so we can do that.
Hey, I know that.
Lost
Magnolia,
points.
baby. Hey.
Man, that
It's
nigga
just your
from
boy CJB here from coming from Stankonia, Georgia.
Mm.
Apologize for the darkness, but like I said, I'm in transition to my house.
Darkness.
that nigga Corey hit it like a creative player.
Where'd he go?
This your
Hey,
boy
My
T.
Oh,
woman,
there you go.
This your boy T.
hey,
No, I'm on that night.
What?
you got that Teddy Riley going on.
Y'all ain't got me. Y'all can't see me.
ah,
We
Yeah,
see
I
you.
can get out.
We
All
see
right,
you.
give me a sec, man. I'll be back.
That Teddy Riley.
yeah,
All right,
you
so
gotta
we're
make
gonna
that
start.
thing stuck in the
Hopefully
bumper.
T gets situated, and hopefully Corey get in the house.
Mute his microphone.
I
Corey
muted.
walking through the
I'm gonna,
neighborhood.
I'm gonna keep it unmuted. So we're gonna start this thing. We supposed to talk about this last week, and it's pretty cool because we got a new development. We're gonna talk about first topic: the future of HBCU sports because of what's going on with the coronavirus, with these schools. These top prospects choosing all these top schools, but we do see one student, one top prospect just choose a commit to Howard University. Now I think Mikey Williams had retweeted and said, "Yeah, bro, we're gonna keep this train going" or something along those lines. He may commit to HBCU too, but we also got the SWAC add on Bethune Cookman and FAMU. The MEAC is suffering right now when it comes to SWAC football, and when it comes to 2021. But I'm just ask y'all out the gate with so many black athletes that's talented but choosing these larger schools, and you see our schools suffering. What do you see the future of HBCU sports? What's our future? Like how do you think we're going to fare in basketball and football and all these other revenue generating sports?
I think it's getting back to the glory days because that's where a lot of top talent that into the NBA, NFL, and various other sports came from. Like look at Walter Payton, another Jackson State native. You got Jerry Rice from Valley. You know what I'm saying? One of the greatest wide receiver of all time. Like that's I agree that like
You got Doug
yeah,
Williams,
all of them. Yeah, can't forget about Doug Williams. But I was saying I agree that like they should go back to the root of everything because I don't want to say they tricked us, but like they blinded. They took all our athletes and brought them to like a different type of playing field as far as like the notoriety, the the
E.
airtime, and all that. So now they have to come back to us to see these top recruits play. Because I don't know if y'all follow like Ball is Life. That's one of the main media pages for upcoming athletes, especially when it comes to basketball. That's where I first saw Zion Williamson, Mikey Williams. It's another boy. I think his name Noah something or whatever. He cold too. But like that's where you see all the emerging talent come up, and especially in basketball. So now it's like okay, they got more eyes on their game instead of just the TV channels. Now you got YouTube, you got social media. You know what I'm saying? You got Facebook. So like now you have these sets of tools that are also getting light on your game. And now that the fact that it's going to be at HBCUs, that's going to bring more wealth into the HBCUs, and that's going to start setting the future for other athletes to come. So now you get more funding in the schools. The schools are going to start looking even better than what they do now. I think that's definitely important for the future. So if bold statement, if Bronny goes to an HBCU, I think that's going to set the tone for every 4- and 5-star athlete, period. Like point blank.
Yeah.
If Bronny James does it just because of who his pops is, and the fact that he's also going to be probably a 4- or 5-star recruit, that's definitely going to set it. So not saying that what's the old boy name that went to Howard? I know he a 5-star recruit too.
Maker. I think his last name is Maker or something like that.
Yeah, he can hoop though. He played like KD, like big boy, but he's 7 feet tall and shoot threes and everything. I'm like, okay.
Oh, okay.
Then Mike.
I hope he don't play like Thon Maker.
Who Thon Maker? Thon Maker was a hooper in high school, but like you know what I'm saying. You gotta think about it. He's what 7 plus. Him and Taco from what you call it? They play for Milwaukee now. Like they freaks of nature, so they really don't have to do too much now.
But the
So
good
it's
thing
like,
that's gonna come along with these black high school athletes choosing HBCUs and sticking with their choices, and that's the main thing. It's one thing to be a verbal commit, but you got to sign your name on the dotted line, and then also we got to have our HBCU alumni committed because you have to think about all these PWIs. Their alumni are feeding into their athletic booster clubs, which, let's be honest, they have incentives out there for these black athletes to come to these schools. And then also on top of that, with these black athletes choosing HBCUs, that means broadcasting dollars for us from the major stations like your ABCs and your NBCs and your
Not just
Fox.
Celebration Bowl.
So that will be a bonus as long as they sign their name on the dotted line and we truly support our HBCUs by giving back financially. That's going to be the main thing. And then we got to make sure we support these games. So we can't have these black athletes signing their name on the dotted line and we're not going to the game or we're not buying merchandise or, we're not being supportive of them and pushing them in the direction that they need to go. That's also part of it too.
I think they're gonna go to the games, bro. Like if you get a big star in a school, like you gonna go to the game, bro. Like,
but you have to think about
tickets.
I get what you're saying, E, but you have to think about it. Sometimes we went to Jackson State. So if Jackson State playing, let's see, who is somebody that we don't show up for?
Valley or
Texas
everybody
Southern.
goes to Valley game.
UAPB,
Alabama A&M or something like that. And they don't have a star, but we have a star. You know what I'm saying? We gonna pack our side per se, or it might be if they got us, it depends on what type of star it is. But we have to be at all the games. That's what I'm getting at. We just can't show up to your Jackson State Alcorns or your Jackson State and Southerns. We have to be there to support every game.
Right.
I feel what you're saying, but like you got to think about it, right? So let's say for instance Trey Johnson, right?
Yeah.
And has Jackson State had a basketball athlete that's been bigger than Trey Johnson since he came through there?
No, but
like, no,
we did. We had the guy
or something.
The
like
07 team was pretty nice at Jackson State. The 07 team at Jackson State.
That's
Trey
crazy.
Johnson team.
That's Trey Johnson, bro.
That was Trey Johnson in 07?
Yeah.
Yeah.
When we played Florida in the tournament.
Yeah.
That's Trey.
Yeah, that's Trey Johnson.
Yeah.
So that's what I'm saying.
Which
like,
we were in that game.
Had
We were in that game until the ref took us out the game.
Yeah.
Until the ref took us out the game, by the way.
But let's be honest.
You think about stuff like that. Like, say for instance, right? Malik Newman, right, in high school, sold out plenty of games, right? Monte Ellis did it. Charlie White did it. Those type of caliber of players, you're going to go watch because you don't know what they're gonna do, and that's the part that builds the excitement. So when Jackson State gets one, it's gonna sell out, bro. Like,
But honestly,
you don't have to worry about it. And
Charlie
whenever
White actually went to
HBCU
Jackson
gets that,
State.
they gonna support
Yeah.
it.
But we can't provide some of those things that those big schools get as far as recruiting goes. We can't pay off car notes. We can't buy mama houses. We can't have the white. I'm not gonna say that part. But there are some things.
We ain't got the white women, but we
there are
we take
absolutely some
else.
things we can't do as HBCU. We don't have the funding for it. Our alumni don't give, and our organizations don't have the money for it. So how do we recruit these large name students, high school students? And CJ, but I'm gonna switch you out for Kayla in a second too, so you get some input. How do we recruit these students to our HBCUs?
For one, we make sure we show them that we are about our athletes being educated. It's one thing to be just an athlete, but we have to show them our top tier programs that our HBCUs offer. We have to build a rapport with them and their families. We one thing about the Black community, at the end of the day, we always say we're like family. And when they come visit these universities, we have to literally put out the red carpet for our family when they come. We got to give them the best experience that they can have in that visit of time when they make it there. We got to show them the best local spots to go to, and we got to show them, the culture, what we have going on within that city, within that state, and within that university. So that's the main thing, selling them on and showing them that where they're leaving from at home, they're gonna get it even more, 10 times more coming to that HBCU.
Right.
And we still can offer them diversity, because if you think about it, at Jackson State, we had students from Russia, students from Africa, students from Germany. And we had, allies who decided to choose Jackson State also. So that we're gonna create that well-rounded atmosphere for them.
Gotcha. So T and Kayla, wrap it up for me. I'm gonna let T go first, and then Kayla wrap it up. So we move to the next
I didn't even get in on the conversation. Ain't this? This is
you
racist.
and Jay Ward. Hit it up, Jay Ward.
Jay Ward, your time coming. Don't worry, your time coming.
Nah, I just think we gotta make it cool. Like, that's what's happening right now. The culture. We are the culture. You know what I'm saying? So as long as they know that, hey, these D1 athletes, they know that they're gonna go if they the best. So at the end of the day, they only go to them schools for 8 months. Really, don't learn nothing, and they out of there. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So everybody say, well, if you go to this school, you'll have more of a chance. Nah, if you the one, bro. Like LaMelo Ball, he know he can go wherever he, want to go, and he going to the league. So we got to make it cool. We got to make it, because we are the culture, and we got to support ourselves, bro. So that's all I really got to say on it. I ain't got too much for it.
All right, Kayla, Dan, Jay Ward, I'm going to let you end.
What I'll say is, when we're recruiting our top tier athletes, we also got to appeal to parents. A lot of these students, they go into these institutions, and their parents are being suckered by these coaches. I'm going to take care of your child. I'm going to make sure your child gets there. And for some of them, it just doesn't happen. So, but these parents have gone to an HBCU, and these parents know what the culture is like. So when we as boosters, because the regular alum is a booster nonetheless. So when we start talking, we got to appeal to the parents and let the parents know, hey, you know what it was like when you went to Jackson State, or when you went to Howard, or when you went to BCU, or when you went to Alcorn. You've got to appeal to that mama. Right. And I mean, the dad is going to say, hey, I went there, I had the best time of my life. But that mom, that's her baby at the end of the day. And she ain't trying to, she going to make sure that her baby got the best that he can get. Whether she had a great time at whatever institution she went to, even if she didn't go. We've got to build, like T said, we got to build culture, but we got to build the culture not only to the student, but we got to build it to the parents as well.
All right, I'm gonna jump in on here real quick. It's me.
Yeah.
Yeah, you
Rep-
that would.
Okay. Just want to say that we have to actually recruit these players. And I was just reading a post from a friend of mine, and she was saying that her son is not being recruited by an HBCU. Only top schools are recruiting him, and we have to do better. And I understand both sides of it. It takes money to recruit someone because you have to pay for travel to get to where the person is. You have to then pay for them to come to your university and all that. So in past times, what we've done is it's cheaper to just go after a 3-star athlete or a 2-star athlete because you have a better chance of getting that athlete than going after a 5-star. So we're limited to resources. But to pick on E for a second, you have to, as alumni, and everybody else has said this, you have to give back. So we have the funds to compete with the top tier schools who have an unlimited bank account. And it's a lot easier to go after top tier recruits in baseball and basketball than it is in football. If that's the case, then focus on that. We also have to upgrade our facilities. Like if you look at LSU, their locker room, their football locker room is better than the NFL locker room.
They
So we
lock
have to.
up
I
in their
know we
life.
can't be on that level. Absolutely.
But
So we
I
can't
mean,
be on that level, but we definitely can improve and be the best that we can. Um, Early exposure is also important. Here in Louisiana, they feed LSU to you. Like my son is, just finished kindergarten, and it's been fed to him already. LSU, 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 or Tech. But his teacher happened to be a Bama fan. But even still, in that, they're already being exposed to Louisiana Tech, Alabama, and LSU. Luckily, he has two parents that went to HBCUs, which is Grambling and Jackson State, to balance that out. But we have to have early exposure. I just want to also say, like T was saying, this is the main thing that I wanted to say. We have to highlight what's uniquely ours. All right, our band, our culture, how lit we are. Like I was watching the game at I think it may have been Purdue, and they tried to do swag surfing. I'm like, what in the world is this? But we have
man,
to
they
highlight
crazy.
that. Yeah, we have to highlight that about ourselves. Like Jackson State has done great things at the basketball games with the student section. Like the game's alive. We just got to continue to support them. So let's show a recruit this. Like we're not going to say it's going to be 100,000 people like it is at Death Valley at Clemson, but what we can
Mhm.
tell you is it's going to be 18,000 people in the AAC, and they all going to be cheering for you. And then once you leave here, and this is the other thing that I was going to say, because like Kevin Lawrence pointed out, you have to make the parents comfortable. And we have to let them know that once you go to an HBCU, you're accepted into a larger family. And you're going to be in that family for the rest of your life. As opposed to when you go to, it's just like pledging a black Greek letter organization. Once you're in it, you're in that organization for life. You don't hear anybody say, "Oh, I used to be a Sigma."
Okay.
Like I am a Sigma, even if you're not financial or whatever, you're still a part of the organization. So you want to make sure that you let them know that, look, once you become a part of this HBCU family, not only is this particular university going to look out for you and take care of you, it's going to be 108 organizations looking out for you, your children, and making sure that you have the best of everything that's available.
Yeah.
Absolutely, absolutely. And we also get snacks and the one at SB and somebody else on the board too. I can't remember. So
Yeah,
it's
it was a chick. It was a chick that won it.
yeah,
Won like, oh, let me not say chick. It was a
the
I
young
black
was
lady.
just
woman.
about to correct you on
It
that.
was a
T.
black
I was
woman.
about to correct you.
Yeah, let me not say chick. It
And
was a black
speaking of
woman.
women,
Nobody
Shout,
crucify me.
shout out to Shelby with the BET award.
yeah. And speaking
That's what
of
I'm talking
women,
about.
we're gonna transition to the next topic. CJB still on the road. His screen's still black.
Hey, what I remember like in 2015, man, they had a Texas Southern got a nice ass 3-star recruit. His name was Trey Jefferson. He was like a walking bucket. I wonder if they sales went up like talking about during that time.
The
Because he only
Probably.
played
So.
with them for like 1 or 2 years though.
TSU
Then he
home
got sent
games since
over.
I've been there have been pretty good. But that's a basketball school though. Texas Southern is a basketball school.
Yeah.
So absolutely. But transitioning to the next topic, we are brothers vent too. We venting. And I see a lot on social media how there are women who claim men don't want them because they have kids or you're just dating a single mother. It's just shout out to Brittany Renner. Oh my God. So anyway, transitioning to the topic.
Cut it out.
Swift hell.
Wilding out.
Ultimate Swift L.
Right.
We're not gonna do
Hardcore
that.
Swift L.
We're not gonna do
Supreme
that.
victory, Swiffle.
So for y'all that don't know, yes, Brittany Renner did go to Jackson State and she played soccer. Moving on. To the men that are, I'm gonna ask this question starting now since y'all want to call us here. To the men that are dating or married, would you have dated? I think you would. She was a single mother, but would you date or would you not date a single mother, and why? I'm gonna start out straight out the gate. Would you? Jay Ward, don't answer because I think I already know your answer.
Shit, I'm dating a single mother. I'm dating a single mother now, bro. What you? I mean, you know what I'm saying. So you know my answer.
Right.
It is
Crow,
what it is.
would you?
Bro, shoot, I'm trying to, if everything. I can get back with my son's mama because she,
Yo, audio going out too.
What?
There you go. Say it again if we can hear you.
You can hear me now?
Not really.
No.
Not really.
Come back to me.
All
Let me
right.
see what's going on.
E. Oh,
Nah, it's gonna be a no for me, bro.
it's gonna be a no for you.
No, it's a no. But I have a legit reason.
She's
Right.
a woman.
I'm gonna come to your reason.
All right.
K-Law.
She's a woman.
Okay.
What?
Jay Ward.
Yes, my answer is yes.
Crow.
Hey, yes. You know what I'm saying?
So E, since you said no, we're gonna start with you.
All right,
Why
bro.
would you not
But
date-
like shit, me personally, like you know what I'm saying, I'm already selfish with my time. So I just feel like, you know what I'm saying, if I'm investing my time into somebody else, then like, you know what I'm saying, I'm gonna need that attention too. You know what I'm saying? You gotta reciprocate the same thing. Even though, you know what I'm saying, we'll still like say for instance to get to know you type phase or whatever, you know what I'm saying? I can't get to know you when you have other obligations.
Really?
But I'm not also gonna hold that against you. You know what I'm saying? I'm just gonna be like, shit, let me take my L and let me go ahead and bounce. Now, if you still hit me up after that, then you know what I'm saying. I'm still not comfortable meeting other people's kids like that. You know what I'm saying? That makes me personally uncomfortable because like I don't want to confuse your child with something that like, you know what I'm saying, we might have thought it was gonna be forever, but it ended up being temporary. So you know what I'm saying, especially when kids they like 1, 2, 3, 4, they know, you know what I'm saying, they're gonna start to get familiar with your face. And then all of a sudden they're gonna know it's like, oh, wait a minute, this person ain't coming around no more. So what's going on? So at that point, you kind of perpetuating like that detachment order, right? Because say for instance, I know dudes that go over there, play with people, kids, all types of stuff like that. But then they just be smashing a mama or something like that. To me, that's foul game, you know what I'm saying? But it ain't my life. I ain't got the answer for it.
So have you ever dated a single mother?
Dated? No. Had relation with? Yes. Never met the kid though. I don't do that. Man gotta have a code, bro.
You gonna get the
You
code.
know what I'm saying? I'm just saying, bro. Like my thing is like if me and this person just having relations, then there's no point for me to meet your kid. You know what I'm saying? Because it goes back to what I was saying. I would be creating a false narrative to be like, you know what I'm saying, sending mixed messages. Because if I'm spending time with the kid and you, that's gonna make you think we together, right? Over here, yeah. That's make me think we together. But even though like I might can say that like, hey, we ain't gonna never be together. But like, what are my actions showing? I'm saying one thing, but I'm doing another. Nah.
That's a fair point.
You know what I'm saying? It's got to be some type of accountability in it. You know what I'm saying? And that's what I hold myself accountable to.
K-Law, I see you making faces, K-Law. What you thinking?
K-Law just nasty. He don't give a
Woo,
fuck. He don't give a
Jesus.
fuck.
So E,
Yep.
I love you, brother. But I totally disagree with you on this one. And this is the reason why.
Yeah.
So we've said on numerous occasions that this comes down to communication when it comes to women. So you've got to understand the woman first before you even discuss the child. It's good to know that the child is there, but I would let a single mother know up front. Listen, before I meet your child, I have to establish a foundation with you. I'm not gonna sit here and go and meet your child on day two, and and and, and I understand what you're saying as far as the false narrative, but you've got to establish that from the door.
I did.
Communication is key, especially with a single mother. You've got to over communicate with them, because at the end of the day, they've got to know where you stand, because they have someone else also that they've got to look out for. So at that point, it's up to you to say, hey, these are my intentions. I'm coming to you to date you, to get to know you, possibly build with you, and with your child eventually. But I have to get to know you first.
You forgetting the same. You forgetting my opening statement, bro. I don't date them.
You just trying to smash. Or you just trying to smash.
It's different. Yeah, that's a totally different
So
thing.
let me ask y'all this.
Right, and that's why I say you have to establish. You have.
Go ahead, T. Cause I see you waving to yourself.
All right, babe. Listen, you gotta think about this too. It depends on what age you are, because I would not suggest a younger guy dating a single mother. You know what I'm saying? But at the age that, a couple of the brothers on here are, it's a couple of y'all young, but the older ones, it's hard to find a woman that don't have kids, bro, at this point in time. You know what I'm saying? So the dating field is kind of slim, because majority of them gonna have at least one kid. You know what I'm saying? So I just want to put that out there. When you're young, it's a little different. I would not suggest you dating a single mother when you're young, because one, the way I'm set up, I like you will never be ahead of that kid. That kid will always be ahead of you, bro. It don't matter what you do. You can have the biggest love and all that, but that kid definitely will come first.
But that's how it's supposed to be, especially if the kid ain't yours.
That's what I'm saying. The kid not mine, so of course the kid is gonna be first. But see, if you and her have the kid together, then it's level playing field, because both of y'all gonna be all invested in the kid. You know what I'm saying?
That goes back to what I said. If she have other obligations, I can't hold that against her, bro.
Right.
I'm gonna go to CJ.
That's why I don't get involved as far as the dating. I don't do that. Nah. I've never done it.
CJB, give your input, and I want you to answer this question too. Why do men, specifically black men, have a hard time dating a single mother?
I don't think you have a hard time doing it, so I'm not going to say it's a hard time at all. And I agree with E. I couldn't do it, but it's simply because of the fact that, like T said, you're going to come. The highest you can get is number 2. Like, I feel like I'm not going to ask for nothing more than what I'm willing to give. I want to be number 1. It's either 1 or bust for me. So when you're dating someone with a kid, it's like the highest you can get is 2, and rightfully so. Like, you wouldn't even feel comfortable telling a woman, like, look, I want you to put me ahead of your son. So I just wouldn't do it all together. And plus, I want to experience parenthood for the first time with the same person. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to be, when you already been through, you already know what to expect. But I'm new to everything. And that's not to say that it's like a penalty for doing it. It's just my choice. And I feel like that's the right choice to have. And like T said, you have to be in the right situation to be able to date a single mother. It depends on the ages. It depends on the age of the child. It depends on a lot of factors.
The baby daddy.
Yeah, I didn't even touch on that yet, but since you did, definitely the baby daddy. Like, that nigga crazy. He one of those, I don't want nobody around my kid type people, you know what I'm saying? That's just stuff you probably have to deal with. And when you get a certain age, you ain't trying to throw no unnecessary, you ain't trying to whoop no man ass because he upset that your kid live in the same house as you do. So it just like, it's a lot of different factors that go into that. But just to avoid all that, me personally, I wouldn't do it. And like another problem I have is it's like, you hear people like women say all the time they don't want a man with a kid. And that's rightfully so. That's their preference. So
Mm-hmm.
when men say that, they get more penalized. And I don't think that's fair, but that's just how it is.
Got you. I'm gonna bring Kayla back in too. You drive safely, CJB. Crow, talk to me.
Yep.
Yeah, I definitely date a single mother. Date I either like E say have a physical intimacy with her, having even if it's just on a emotional level, because some single mothers just want emotional support, you know what I'm saying? And you can develop a relationship that way. Um, I've had those type of
Reset, bro.
relationships. I've had those type of relationships, you know what I'm saying, in my life, dealing with single mothers, you know what I'm saying? It's just all about the support, and like Kayla said, definitely communicating in the beginning what you're expecting and what she's wanting or looking for. And hopefully you guys can find a balance, you know what I'm saying, a compromise. Definitely I push, you know what I'm saying, especially when I was, I'm like E, no kids involved. You know what I'm saying? Protective of the kids at all time. Um, but I see nothing wrong with dating a single mother. Now she has, like, I think T spoke about and CDJ spoke about. The baby daddy, got issues. Hey, some might think I got, some may think I have issues as you know what I'm saying. My son's pops, and hey. I'm from around the way. I'm protective of my son, so I ain't gonna stun about that. You know what I'm saying? If
Absolutely.
if my son's mother tell me, and I'm just being real, and my son's mother tell me she's dating some dude, yeah, I'm gonna be like private eye FBI first, because it's just too much shit going on in this world. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm gonna hold her responsible if something happens to my son, and I know vice versa. She gonna hold me responsible if something happened when he's in my care. You get what I'm saying? So you can call it crazy baby daddy syndrome, but if you're not protective of your child and wondering what man she's bringing around your child, or what woman he's bringing around your child, then I feel like something's wrong there. I would, if a dude would come to me and be like, "Hey, um, I heard you was dealing with, you know what I'm saying, my child's mother," I would be like, yeah, player. If y'all still got a thing going on, then if you tell me y'all still fooling around, then I'm gonna back off and I'm gonna communicate with her and be like, "Hey, just ran into your baby daddy. Buddy said you and him still got some guy going on. I'm gonna back off until y'all handle that situation." You know what I'm saying? That's how you handle that. You be grown about that. You don't get confrontational with him. You just pick up the phone and who you dealing with and communicate with them. But if Buddy come at you correct and be like, "Hey, I don't need nothing happening to my child. I'm gonna hold you responsible. Just as if I'm with my child, I need you to feed, clothe, do this, that, and the other." If y'all are two men that can sit down and have a respectable, responsible conversation about the best welfare for that child, for your child, you know what I'm saying? Then y'all can work things out.
So
And
let
this
me.
the only thing I would say on my end. If somebody, you know what I'm saying, would start dating my son's mother, yeah, I'm gonna come at them and want to know who they are. I'm just being real. I'm a dog like that. And if they
Hey,
feel
I don't.
offended by it, if they feel offended by it, then I'm sorry, as a grown ass man, yeah, we can throw them hands, but nigga, this about my child.
rule of thumb, man.
Let me beat you up.
Don't date a single mother if the kid is under 3, bro. I say 3, bro. If the kid under 3, bro, it's still some stuff lingering, man. Don't do it.
Between her and baby daddy.
Just don't do it, bro. It's something.
But it
Under
ain't.
All right, Swift. Let me jump in, Swift.
Hold on. Before you do,
um,
hold on, because I know you got all your notes.
Bro,
Uh,
what if you get beat up by the
comments
baby
real quick.
daddy? What you
Let
gonna
me
do
go to the
then?
comments real quick. Zay said it's not that hard to be willing. Hold on, hold on. Before you do, Zay, because I know you got all your notes.
Bro, what if you get beat up by the baby daddy?
you go to the comments real quick. Zay said it's not that hard to be willing. My grandma's coming again. Hey, grandma, I'm not
Hey,
cussing tonight.
grandma.
You're
Hey, grandma.
Stop. Veronica said that's to be expected. I think she was talking about said that when Crow was talking. Andrea Berry. Sometimes the church is being passed off as being protective, and that's the problem. Hmm, that's a good comment. So, Jay Ward, I ain't gonna ask you no questions. Just go into it.
Um,
Go ahead.
come on, save the day, Jay Ward.
all right. So I agree and disagree with a lot of things that's been said. Kind of like what T was saying. You know what? A lot of it depends on situations. It's a situational thing. You can't lump everybody together. What is the relationship between you and the baby dad? Did you guys end amicably? Like, did you both agree to part ways, or is this drama involved? And you know, as a person, you know, and we got to stop singling out women. It- as a person, you know, if there's drama between you and your child's mother, or you and your child's father, you already know if there's some drama involved. So why don't you be the responsible person and let anybody coming into your world know, like, look, me and him don't get along, or me and her don't get along. Um, and this is a side question that I have to ask people. And this is just not about kids. This is just in general when dating someone that's been in a relationship. You know, would you still be in a relationship with that person if they would have you? Meaning, like, did you choose to leave your previous relationship, or did they let you go? Because a lot of those people are just moving on by because they need to move on, and not necessarily is that they wanted to move on. So I think those are, real life questions that you should ask. I think we need to remove the whole single parent or single mother thing. There's a difference between you being a single parent and you being a single mother. I mean, and you being a single person. So that means, like, if you are a single parent, that means that you raised a child alone. The other person is not involved. If you guys co-parent, you are co-parenting and you just happen to be a single person. There's a difference. So you can be a co-parent, but not that doesn't mean that you're a single mother or a single father. So when you're a single person, you just happen to be single. That means you're not tethered to a relationship, but did you have help raising your child? And I think that's misconstrued a lot of times. People like to say, I'm a single parent, I'm a single mother. No, you are single. Your relationship status is single, but you have help from the child's father or the child's mother raising that kid. So stop trying to say that I'm a single parent. No, you're a single person. And I think a lot of people miss out on that. Um, Also, again, with most things, there's a double standard because men will have 50 children and, still want a woman to take him on, but then he won't date a woman who has multiple children or a child. And that's not right. We already know that's not right. That's a double standard.
Pro-choice,
And we got to,
pro-choice, pro-choice,
well, I mean, we got to do better about that. We got to do
pro-choice.
better about that.
What about what?
Now,
It's a
look at E.
choice. It's
Now,
a
E,
choice.
I'm going to shut up. I'm going to try
Uh,
to make a point for E. I'm going to try to make a point for E as best I can. All right. I don't agree with E, but I see what E's saying, and here's why. Okay. And it's kind of piggybacking off what T said. In a way, and it's a stretch what E is saying. It's a stretch what E is saying. But think about this. Think about this. It's a stretch what E is saying, but T kind of hit on this as well. And it depends on your age. But when you date someone that has a child, you almost automatically forego your honeymoon phase. Because when you first start dating a person, and I see you Swift, when you first start dating a person, y'all get into this honeymoon phase where everything is great. Oh, he did this for me, he did this for me, he did this for me, and that's great. But when there's a child involved, you kind of skip that experience of just being a couple, you too, because there's always a child involved. And I've lived through this, so I know personally what he's talking about. When you do date someone that has a child and you go into these relationships, every well, not great moment, every intimate moment, every date has to be carefully planned out because you have to organize a babysitter. So, but E is man enough to, and that's why I wanted to applaud him on that. E is man enough to come to the door saying that, as opposed to what a lot of cowards do is show up at your door, disturb your peace, date you for 6 months, and then 6 months down the road tell you I can't handle being with a kid. We can't do that. We can't go into a woman.
Hold on.
We can't go into a woman's life.
Hold on.
That's
Hold on.
cowardly, man. You can't
That's
do that.
real. That I'm with
on.
you, Jay Ward. That real.
No, I'm not saying hold on because of that.
Oh,
I
okay.
want Jay to explain why she feel the way she feels. Talking about we smoking crack. So, do you feel that we just putting on, or let me know what you really mean in the comments? We're gonna address it. Go ahead,
Okay,
finish.
while she's doing that, let me say this too. Like Crow was saying, like T was saying, you have to be man enough to have dialogue. You have to. I don't know who that is echoing.
Who got the feedback?
Yeah, who got
Watching
feedback?
on their laptop.
Go ahead.
You have to be man enough. You have to be man enough to have dialogue with that child's father to let them know that, hey, we both have the best interests of this woman and the best interests of this child or children. Like we all have the best interests of these person. I'm not going to put hands on your child. I'm not trying to come and replace you or discipline your child, but I am in the picture. Let me know this is who I am. This is what I do for a living. Just to approach that person, or if that person approaches you, so y'all can establish some type of common ground. Also, we also have to think about this. And again, I have to say this to go back to a point that I made earlier. Most of these mothers are single. Most of these mothers that are single raising children is because the man didn't step up to the plate to do what he was supposed to do in the first place, and they were forced to leave.
No,
So if you don't want no, listen to me, Swift. Listen to me, Swift. If you don't want another man around your child, you should have manned up to your responsibilities, and you'll be raising your child yourself. You don't have to worry about another person being around your child. Now,
Can
if
I
y'all
speak?
just
Hold
couldn't
on.
stay on the
Let me
same,
speak in on
if
this,
y'all
Jay
just could stay
Ward.
on the same
Jay
page,
Ward.
I got you, bro.
Whoa,
If you just couldn't stay on the
whoa.
same page with that person and y'all broke up together and you agreed to break up, that's different. But if you just wouldn't, most women will really take a lot from the person that they had a child with, and you just chose to just up and shake the spot. And then, you know what I'm saying? And that's just real. That's what it happens most of the time. It was because of the man did not do what he was supposed to
All
do.
right, Jay
Like that
Ward.
usually
Jay
happens. And
Ward.
so now that
Jay
woman is
Ward.
just there stuck.
Pause right there, G. I'm gonna pause you right there on some real shit. Both have to take responsibility. You always love throwing shit off on men, G. Both got to take the responsibility when it comes to a child being brought into this world. You know what I'm saying? Relationships, like you say, start off with the honeymoon phase and it makes progressions. And people change, you know what I'm saying? And one thing, I was still young when my child was born. So the way my mind frame, the way I'm thinking now versus young me, I was selfish. You know what I'm saying? If I could go back, I would have communicated a little bit longer because I communicated in the beginning, but then shut down when I felt like communication wasn't being heard. You know what I'm saying? And
Right.
you probably can get her point of view, and she'll probably be like, well, he expressed this, but I told him if he did this. So she would say, I wouldn't have listened too. So we both kind of, you know what I'm saying, then listen to certain things on each other's end. But at the end of the day, I am man enough to say, yes, I was the one who stepped out, you know what I'm saying, on her. You know what I'm saying? And made efforts to, you know what I'm saying, make things better. Now, you always throwing things off on it just being a dude or the dude's fault. No, G, you got to get your mental right. I don't know if you a scorn raised young man who didn't have the male around to show you positivity, but men do some great things. It's just that you can't always throw blame on them, G. The women got some part in it too. And I'm not saying that they at fault, but they, you know what I'm saying, they got part in it too. I accept my blame and my part in it, G. But you gotta remember, it just ain't always the man.
So I'm gonna go to this one comment because they was crazy hell. So I'm gonna address her comment. Then I'll let Jay Ward respond. Number one, the age of the child has nothing to do with it. Number two,
but T.R. I think that was for T.R.
yeah, you can have a honeymoon stage in a relationship with children. Number three, it does not take a lot to put a man first and still have the best interest of your child. All it takes is communication. I think that's pretty much in that last point. That's pretty much been the theme of the show. You got to communicate no matter what your interests are. Let it be known. Let be a grown adult.
The man will never come first over a child, man. What are you talking about? That will never happen. Ain't nobody finna put no man for their kid, especially if that ain't the kid daddy. Like, oh man, that ain't gonna happen.
So let me
be
respond.
real, T.
Let me
Hold on, let
respond
me
to
be
Crow.
Jay Ward though.
Let me respond to Crow. So I agree with what you're saying, Crow. But let me tell you this: my dad didn't want another man raising his child, so you know what he did? He got custody. So if you feel like you
You
the
one of the
person that
lucky
needs to
ones.
raise that child, then get custody yourself. And then he went to my not me, my brother. He went to my brother and said, "Who do you want to live with, me or your mama?" And my brother said, "You." And he went and stayed with my dad, and my daddy raised him. Simple as that. But
That's rough
also,
though.
what I got from that is my brother's mom immediately got married to somebody else, and him and my daddy are cool. My daddy was cool with my mama and my stepdad because they all adults and they was like, look, these children were innocent in this right here, so we got to do what's best for them. And no matter what happened between us as adults, and if I got into that story, it's all types of complicated and messy. But the adults said, you know what, we got to do what's best for these little boys right here. And the best thing was for like my mama passed, and my brother's mom told me, hey, you'll never be without a mother. And my dad cheated on her to get me. You see what I'm saying? So it's like it take a whole lot of adulting in that situation to come through. And I know that's going like deeper off into that. But then my stepdaddy stepped up to the plate, and my mama had three baby daddies and stepped up and still raised us. So you know what I'm saying? Up until they got a divorce. So I'm like, it's men out there that's willing to do it. But ultimately, to go back to what T was saying, I think my stepdaddy just wanted a kid of his own. And then, because he was young, he was 19, 20, and got with a woman who had three kids who couldn't have any more children. So when he got older, he wanted his own kid. I respect that. You know what I'm saying? He could have went about it a different way and just been man enough to say that, like E is saying. That's why I say I do agree with what E is saying. If that's too much for you to bear, then you got to be upfront with that, but don't lead a woman on to think that, oh, I can beat up for you, or I can handle this situation and I can't handle this situation. So it's very murky water. So I can see why a person would say, no, I don't want to date a woman who has kids, because it's so much involved with it. But if you are going to do it, I think you need to go wholeheartedly into it. And then for the men who have children and you not with the mother, we got to make sure that we're doing whatever we have to do to make sure that particular relationship with that mother is going smooth as it can possibly go.
Yeah,
Two
and I'm gonna
things. Oh man.
go ahead.
Nah.
But this last coming because the last topic gonna be long. So
Yeah. So like, JR, I see what you're saying, but like, number one, I think it's a little bit harder nowadays to be like, you know what I'm saying, for the male to get custody of the kids. You know what I'm saying? Because now you have to prove that like the woman is an unfit mother. Those lines get real, real murky. You know what I'm saying? Not saying, because I know people that like try to get custody of kids, it don't work out. And then number two, like how you describing, like, you know what I'm saying, like that whole process of asking a child, who do you want to live with? That's making them choose, especially when they're young. I think, like in Mississippi, I think you can choose at like the age of 13, 12, 13, somewhere in there. You can choose who you want to live with, right? So now
Yeah.
these children can be mentally scarred after that event, because now the parent can start to show resentment to the child to be like, oh yeah, you didn't want to live with me, go live with your daddy. Or you didn't want to live with me, go ask your mama for these new shoes. You know what I'm saying? Stuff like that, because like it's traumatic on the parent as well as the kid, because now you realize that your child may low key love the other parent more so than you. So like imagine being a woman or whatever, and no finding out that the person that you gave birth to is choosing the father over you. You know what I'm saying? After you didn't like birth them, clothe them, fed them, all types of nonsense. And let's say for instance, like the father is there, but let's say he a truck driver or something like that, right? And he's constantly on the road, but the child still chooses the truck driver. You know what I'm saying? That's gonna put a mental scar on the woman too. You feel me? So like, I think it's best that you don't even put the children through the pick who you want to live with type situation,
and
because
and
you never
and
know
I
how
was
that's
gonna
gonna scar them in the future.
and I was gonna say that E, like, I'm gonna be honest, like, I'm not finna try to take my son away from, you know what I'm saying, his mom. Like, I'm on some real shit, you know what I'm saying? um at the end of the day, we got to think about it. Kids need their mothers, you know what I'm saying? You know, fathers, yeah, we teach them certain things or what have you, but I'm not finna do that. Now if he want to in his older years decide and say, dad, I want to come live with you, cool, but I'm definitely not even finna put him on a stand and make him choose. I definitely don't even want to get the court system involved in my situation, you know what I'm saying? I'm cool with him you know what I'm saying, being with his mom, whatever, you know what I'm saying, she needs, she know how to tell me, hey Marcus, I need this, that, and the other. You know what I'm saying? But that I'm like E right there. That's foolishness for me in my mind. For somebody else that may be okay,
Y'all just
but
said last week that a woman can't raise a boy to be a man, but I'm gonna leave it alone. Y'all just said that last week, but I'm
no,
gonna leave
I
it
did
alone.
not say
Y'all
that.
just said
We're
that.
not even talking
Y'all
about
just
So
said
that.
that last week.
So with that being,
No, no,
But y'all just said
no.
that
Oh,
last
oh,
week.
Swift,
you
Swift,
got this
no,
screwed now.
Swift, hold on, Swift. I really need to say that, bro. I swear, bro. Let me get it out, bro.
go ahead, T.
I'm the only one here that I'm the only one here that dating a single mother, so I had to say this, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, it is a big commitment. So if you are ready to date a single mother, please go in full, like wholehearted, because her problems are your problems. You know what I'm saying? I tell my stepson, I hit him up on the low without her even knowing. I'm like,
Well, she know now.
hey, hey, bro, you need to get it together, because you know what I'm saying? Your mama feel a certain type of way, and that affect me. You know what I'm saying? So just be prepared to take on everything that comes with that if you gonna do it and do it right. You know what I'm saying? That's it, Swift. I'm done.
That being said, let's move on to the hold on, say what now. Caleb, I'm gonna get you first. I need to bring CJB in. He's been on the road the whole time.
I got you.
He's still
Social media has been blowing up. I don't know how we couldn't address this topic tonight. Jada Pinkett Smith and August Alsina. So, from what I gather and what I've seen on social media, basically Jada Pinkett Smith took in August Alsina because he was dealing with issues, mental issues, or whatever the case may be. And they kind of brought him along, got him back up to par, and brought his strength up. But during the process, they were in a relationship, they were having sex, they was doing something, and August came out and said, "This is what's going on." Right? People saying Will Smith may have been hitting. I don't know. I don't even know how to get this conversation. Like, so I'm gonna ask y'all: have y'all seen it? And what are your thoughts about August Alsina and Jada Pinkett Smith relationship? I don't really know.
Go ahead, Kayla.
So yes, I've seen it. Kind of stopped following it because it sounded like a bunch of stuff from the movie Joker. Mental illness is real, and if you remember in the movie Joker, the man had all kind of delusions, and in having his delusions, you thought that he was doing one thing, and it turned out that none of it was actually true. I think we may have a similar situation, and whatever situationship, that's their business, that's their life. However they want to live it, that's fine. As long as I ain't involved in it, like I said, I had to step away from it because it was just too much for me. But as far as I'm concerned, August, whatever you did or didn't do or think you did, that's on you, bruh. You knew this woman was married from the jump.
Right.
It's on you to A, reject the temptation, B, get your life in order, and C, move on with your life. You want to talk about you in love with a married woman? Okay. You in love with a married woman. There's plenty of folks around here that's in love with a married woman, but they ain't around here sleeping with them. And as far as I'm concerned, if she did get up to him, that's on her. But he's the man. He got it. Take two to tango. I'm gonna leave it at that because I can start preaching up in here in a second.
I'm gonna bring in CJB. Thank you.
All right, y'all.
Man,
But CJB, Kayla, stay on for your final thoughts though. But Kayla said we not out here sleeping with married women.
wait, who I sleep with?
Hold
Man,
on. I'm gonna stay away from it. I'm gonna stay away from it. What are
Speak
y'all
for
thoughts?
yourself, man.
I feel like it's a whole. If the roles were reversed, bro, they would be killing Will Smith right about now for doing
They
this
would.
shit. They would be crucifying him,
They would.
boycotting all his taking, like, yeah, take his movies off these streaming services, all types of shit, right? But because it's a woman that's involved that seems to be the aggressor of the situation, they like, oh, let's get all the facts together. Let's bring her to the red table. Let's get some media press on this for real to get a better understanding. But when it's a man, 86, you axed out or whatever. But shout out to him for hitting Jada Pinkett though. I hope that ass work it though. Shit, she fine the motherfucker. But
she
I'm
do.
just saying, like, you know what I'm saying? I do feel like she took advantage of him, probably because, you know what I'm saying? He
Took
had niggas straight.
advantage.
Huh? I'm saying, listen. This man just lost his brother, right?
Man.
He already was going through it before that. That's when he was passing out on stage and all that bullshit. And like I'm like, dang, so this nigga probably like went to her and was like, oh yeah, you gonna help me out, yada yada yada, being all big sisterly, big brotherly with Will involved. But like my thing is at the same time, you know Will and Jada some goddamn freaks. That shit been out here for years, and they been having swingers parties and all type of shit. But I ain't gonna lie to him though. If I was out there, I probably would try to hit that ass too though. Jada fine. But that's beside the point though. Man, Jada P fine, bro. Like,
That is the point. Like, so y'all
Man,
don't
listen.
out here having sex with younger men. Like, that's not.
man, you know it's
Jada,
always different. But like he's of age, right? So even though Jada Pinkett is like 50 something, he's what 30. Nobody
Yeah.
gonna give it.
He's
Nobody
28.
gonna get
48.
huh?
I think he like 28, 29.
So.
All right, they ain't gonna care. You know what I'm saying?
28.
It only looks bad when the roles are reversed.
Mm.
That's when people start to accept to be like, oh well, wait a minute, this ain't right. You know what I'm saying? That's the only time if the man is older than the woman, like say for instance, the man was 50, he took advantage of, he did this to a 28-year-old female. That's when they'd be crying wolf, like, oh wait a minute, he took advantage of her. He's a pedophile.
You know what? I'm gonna stop you for a quick second because if I remember correctly, I hope my mama not watching. Lord have mercy. We all said on this show we've had sex with older women in our younger days.
baby.
If I remember correctly.
That is a fact, sir.
And that's facts.
So what's the issue? Because they're married, and pretty sure we all know they're in an open marriage. So
We don't know that for sure.
Sure.
But like, listen to what I said though. I literally said like, yeah, if I was him, I would try to hit Jada too.
All right, so let's be real. All right,
I'm
so
single.
we talking about.
He's single, like he can do
All
that.
right, eat. I'm with you. So we we say hold on, say what now? So the true thing is about it. Everybody's scorning this man from basically going into a marriage, whether he was physically intimate, emotionally intimacy, and intimate with her, however it was, he came into a marriage. So we as society are either ridiculing him for stepping in, ridiculing Jada for allowing it, ridiculing Will for accepting it. You know what I'm saying? When majority of us have either been with somebody married, male or female, in our older, younger years, or even now years. Let's be real about it. And for those who haven't, they all right. So T, you shaking your head, but you all right. So let's just say we'll do. No. What I'm saying. Wait, hold on, T. What I'm saying. All right, hold on, wait. So it's a small T. All right. So what I'm saying is, so let's just do this as a pool. It's 6 of us. It's 6 of us on here. You the only one that shook your head. So one out of, you know what I'm saying? 1 out of every 6. G, think about it. That's crazy. And that's why I say that's crazy. I'm not gonna stand and not say that I have not. You know what I'm saying? I had to ask for forgiveness. For a minute, I had a thing for just loving married women, like being real. In my younger years, when I was at Jackson State, shit,
So
I
you've been
love me.
praying on married women.
Huh?
So you've been you used to pray on married women.
I ain't gonna say I prayed on them, G. No, because at the same time, it's a communication thing. You know what I'm saying?
So what did you say to him? You know your husband ain't hit it, right?
Oh, so did you pray on the married women, or did the married women pray on you?
I'm not gonna say it was kind of a mutual thing. You know what I'm saying? Whether it was a physical immediate attraction, whether it was conversation was good at that moment in time, we just struck some up and we found ourselves kicking it off on an intellectual level, on the emotional level. It just all it varied. Whatever, you know what I'm saying? Whatever, that's just what I was on back in the days.
CJB, we ain't heard from you much tonight. I'm gonna go to CJB real quick.
Man, let me get this one.
All right, go ahead, T. Hold your thoughts, CJ.
Grow out you.
Bro, let's be honest, man. Look, Rule number one: August Alsina is a lame ass nigga, bro. Point blank, period, bro. He
Yeah,
lame.
for telling the beans, yeah, for going out there
Yeah,
spilling
like
that shit. That
okay,
nigga weak as shit for that.
yeah.
Hell yeah.
August Alsina out here,
I
y'all
was gonna say
gonna
he
be,
weak and he
you
came
know,
out there.
y'all try to be all political and stuff and all that, bro. August Alsina out here trying to sell records, bro. He
I'm
just
with you
dropped
on
an
that,
album.
bitch.
Man,
I'm
nobody
with you
buying
on
that
that
shit.
shit,
But
That
P.
boy, yeah, like that
I'm
boy
with you
out
on
here,
that shit.
yeah,
That
he
shit weak.
clout chasing. August Alsina a lame, bro. He been smashing Jada for 6 years or something like that, bro. Why
I
you
got a
sitting up
question.
here talking about this in an interview? Everybody know how Will and Jada get down allegedly. You know what I'm saying? So it's not even news. Why are you talking about it, man? But that's what I try to tell a lot of people that I talk to, and especially a lot of women, because they'll say Will and Jada are relationship goals, blah blah blah, all this. Ain't no such thing as no relationship goal. You don't know what people are doing behind closed door. I tell my old lady that same thing. Like, hey, it look good, but is that really what you know what I'm saying? Like, that really what you want? So I ain't gonna give August Alsina a pass. He lame. I would never, ever, 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 ever just take up for that boy. They try to make it seem like he's a victim, like Jada preyed on him. He's grown. I don't care if he an addict or whatever. He been like, bro, you been smashing, bro. You getting an allowance every month, probably. Sit your ass down, bro. Real talk. I'm done, man.
So he just need to
But no, hold on.
sit down and take the pussy. He just need to
But
sit
he
down and
made
get
a
paid
good
the
point.
pussy.
They are not relationship goals. People only show the good side on social media, the vacations, the the cooking in the kitchen, the photo shoots. They don't show that bad side. We might talk
Exactly.
about it on the next show about social media relationships and how people look up to these people who really don't have a good life. They divorced 2, 3 years later.
Them
Moving
some
on.
birds, bro.
TJB,
Them
I saw you
birds.
I think I know your input, but go ahead.
Like T said, that man is trying to sell records. He is trying to wave the public outcry. I just can't agree to the fact that Jada took advantage of this man. It's like Jada is in that category of fine '90s women, like it, the Nia Longs, the Halle Berrys, the Sanaa Lathans. I guarantee you,
Speak.
if we was in position to tap that, I guarantee you, who turned that down?
Thank
So let's just
you
be
at this
Tap that.
moment. Thank you. So
Jay Ward, you are not
Did, did I
so
not say that though? Did I not say
so
that?
so and it's like I said, real men do not kiss and tell. I'm not going
yeah.
around telling about something that happened, especially if it happened a while ago. If you're going
so
around talking about it, that means you trying to. That means that you're trying to get attention.
so
I'm
what
not finna go say what
I'm gonna say what you're saying is he broke the bro code.
that too, but hold on before we go to bro code. This I'm glad Jada Pinkett getting this type of publicity because her ass get up there on a talk show and try to say, you know what I'm saying, talk down to people and shit like that, and her own motherfucking kitchen ain't clean. So I just want to hear. I don't watch her show, but it's just because it's not my flavor. But I'm real interested to see how she spins this.
Mm-hmm.
But at the same time, her and Will probably don't give a fuck, and she probably is going to use this and very publicity to her show. Like T
August
said, they
said Will gave
allegedly,
his blessing.
bruh, like T said, they allegedly be getting down for a while. I
Well, I
guarantee
said
you, Will.
that. I said that in the beginning.
The only thing Jada Pinkett did different that Will probably do with his, I guarantee you, Will make those women sign NDA.
NDAs, yeah, absolutely.
I
Regina,
guarantee it.
Regina said I
Just
showed
like
down.
Jay Z did that white woman, but
Boy,
we
don't
ain't
be
gonna talk
bringing up
about
Jay-Z,
that.
boy.
We ain't gonna talk
Mm,
about that.
Probably did that with
I
Rihanna too,
mean,
though.
woo, nah,
This
I don't think
gin
he
hitting
count
different
Rihanna.
tonight, boy. I tell you.
That's the reason why Jay.
Go ahead, swoop with the
I guess
comments, and then I'm
we ain't gonna
going.
never find who that
Go ahead,
one
swoop.
Beyonce was talking about. We ain't gonna never find that out.
Go ahead, swoop
Jay
with the
Z
It
was
was
smart with
Rihanna,
swoop.
that
Go ahead
one
with the
though.
comments, and I'm coming
I
in.
give
it
him
was
props
Rihanna,
for that
All
bro.
right,
one.
real quick. We got our last topic. I don't know how long that's gonna go. Regina said, I showed downloaded the album, ain't never streamed an August song. I think that's majority of a lot of people. We ain't never really streamed no August Alsina song. Like, who?
Man, stop all that camping. Y'all know y'all used to be playing, man. I love this shit. Y'all
Yeah,
used
but
to play this shit.
you know he don't get no
Yeah.
love from nobody in Jackson, so he canceled that show on them kids.
Right. John Pops, he a lame and trying to sell records, and Zay said he a bougie Jacquees. So Jay Ward, keep it real short because we gotta go to this
I'm
last.
gonna keep it brief.
One.
I'm gonna keep it brief, man.
Save the
One
day.
thing that I want to say is the dude might possibly be hurt. But I also want to
He
say,
is.
like T said, he does have an album out, so you got to do what you got to do to boost revenue for that. But let me say this, and nobody really hit on this. I think the reason why he decided to speak out, and I watched the interview, and what I took from it is people have refused to work with him because they've heard this rumor. And I think it started to cost him money, and that's why he decided to speak his side of it. Because
Nah, he
they
was
were
a bitch
looking at,
before
I think
then.
people were looking at him like you.
Not a bitch.
Like I think people were looking at him like, hey, you the bad guy, in this situation. So now he got to speak his piece. That's what I took from the interview. Is like, people were refusing to work with him, and he started losing revenue because he was hot. He was hot for a minute. So I think people refused to work with him because of that. And then Will and Jada are a Hollywood power couple. So it's like, if they say don't work with him, then he ain't nobody gonna work with him. So I'm looking at it from that aspect. He also said, and I'm gonna say this, he never confirmed having sex with her. He said I loved her, I experienced love with her, but he never said sexually. So we still are just assuming. So hopefully, somebody comes outright and say we had a sexual relationship. I wish somebody would just come out and confirm that.
At least
But I
you
doubt
get a
that he
piece of ass. He
lied
bitching
on,
like that.
the whole thing. And then like this was the two more points real quick. Him and Will Smith's oldest son are the same age. So that would just make me uncomfortable as a son. Like that was the one thing that I told my mama, like, mama, if he my age, it's a no. Anybody else I'm cool with. But if you got a son that's the same age as this man, it's a no. So that was just my standpoint on that. It's like, there's nothing wrong with liking a younger person, but if I could physically have a child the same age, it's like, that's kind of some muddy water because if I was Will, I'd be looking at her like you looking at this 28-year-old. I got a son 28 years old. So have you looked at him? That was just my standpoint on that. And then like T was saying, man, there's no such that was a word, T. Like you need to put that on the shirt. There's no such thing as relationship goals because like that was deep. I felt that on a molecular level because man, it's a lot of people like y'all was saying that just glorify these social media relationships, these celebrity relationships, and they really glorify them
Birds.
when you don't know what type of hell those people go through behind closed doors. So T, that was something right there.
So put that on a shirt, T. I'm ordering it and I'm wearing it during the next time we meet. Quinn,
No
Quinn,
relationship
I have
goals.
not seen no August Alsina.
Quinn about to get muted.
I
Quinn
know,
about to get muted.
What she say?
Yeah, well, we talking to you, Quinn.
the hell.
Hold
But
up.
moving on, because we touched on it, the bro code, right? And let's talk, get into it. The bro code. First, I think we need to break down what the bro code is, and then get into have you ever experienced someone breaking the bro code while you was dating somebody? I'm gonna get into the other questions that T sent in. So first, I'm gonna start off with my understanding of the bro code. Bros before hoes. That's number one, outright, period, point blank.
Can't rock with that one.
So y'all,
No, keep going, Swift. Keep going.
Go ahead.
What?
Go ahead,
Go
Swift.
ahead, bro. Go ahead.
You speaking
do
the truth,
not
bro.
go to the
Mistress,
same.
Oh, you being real,
mistress
bro.
before sisters.
Straight up.
Go ahead. Keep
That's-
going, bro.
Sorry, mama and grandma for cussing. Bros before,
Swift. Mistress before sisters. There you go.
before sisters. Okay. If your friend dated somebody, was in a relationship with somebody, you do not talk to that person, right? You don't date that person. She is off limits.
Mm-hmm.
Don't
Yes.
that guy. Don't ever be that guy. I don't think I need to go into that guy. Period. And just don't get in the way of somebody, your friend dating somebody. If you leave it alone. Like don't get in the way of that person dating, right? But always, bros before. So did I miss anything? Y'all shut up, Ramil. Did I miss anything?
That's a nice synopsis.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah,
anybody y'all gave me shade and side eyes. Did I miss it?
oh, I
Jay
ain't
Wood,
even say, my nigga, you kept
what I
it.
missed?
Not. I think you hit on everything. Also, I guess also I'll point out not just women that you said that people you dated, right?
Mhm.
So let's just say if it's somebody that you casually dating, not exclusive with, y'all just kicking it. I feel like if your best friend, even though you're not in a relationship with her, if your homeboy messing with her too, or she threw a pass at him, he should let you know that. Just off screen, just out respect. Like it ain't even about, attachments at that point. It's about being respectful of your friend or your homeboy.
Ooh, y'all gonna be mad at me. Cause y'all
Go
I
ahead,
know.
mean,
go ahead,
I
Crow.
mean,
All right, so Swift, hit me with the questions, and I'm gonna be real with y'all. You know,
So
I'm
the
a
first question
savage. I'm a beast.
outright. The first question outright. Have
Bros
you?
before hoes. That was the first one, right?
That's the first synopsis. But have you ever experienced someone breaking the bro code? Like while you dating somebody or trying to date somebody?
I,
Or
I've experienced it, and I broke the bro code myself. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna be real. You know what I'm saying? Most black men, most black dudes ain't gonna be real about it, whether inadvertently breaking that code or purposely breaking that code. You know what I'm
speak for
saying?
yourself.
Uh, Corey, you might have to rewind in the back of your mind,
Speak for yourself, Playboy. But go
but
go on, but speak for yourself.
okay. But that's why I say I'm speaking for myself. You know what I'm saying? So for me, you know what I'm saying? Like, let's just say it depends on the level of what I saw you and that female on. I'm a man, so I'm gonna let you know, especially if I saw that child wasn't just that tight like that. I'm like, yo, Corey, yo, Jay Ward, yo, K Law, yo, Swift. Hey, you see such and such. Shit, y'all wasn't vibing that tough. I'm finna shoot my shot. Fuck that. You know what I'm saying? Like y'all said, another man's trash is another nigga's
but
treasure. You know
that's
what I'm
not
saying?
really breaking the bro code. We talking about those brothers that don't tell you nothing. Like they're just shooting a shot at your ex or your friend or your whatever, and not
Oh
tell
no,
you.
I'm gonna let you know. Yeah, I'm gonna let you know. And if you feel some way about it, I'm sorry. You know what I'm saying? But I'm just being a man. You know what I'm saying?
Listen,
Now I ain't gonna come at your wife or nothing like that. You know what I'm saying? Your ex-wife or nothing like that. But somebody that you just was casually, I'm sorry. She fair game, G. You weren't trying to have nothing with her.
She
Go ahead.
belongs to the streets.
listen. I don't care what nobody say. If you're my homeboy and I know you with somebody, even though, and if y'all break up, out of respect for my homeboy, I mean, we been battle tested, we tight. I am not finna holler at your ex old lady. I
Not
feel
your
like
ex
that
old
is
lady. I'm talking about
that's
somebody
what
you.
that's what I'm saying. I'm not talking about nobody for the team. I'm talking about somebody you shared moments with, somebody you was in love with, somebody
Oh
you
no,
you would
nah.
go to war with. That's what I'm talking about. I ain't talking about no woman you just kicked it with for a couple of weeks, and that's totally different,
Now let me ask you this, Corey, because I had a partner to do this on some real shit. So one of our mutual partners got married,
right?
and he dated this other chick for a long time, real tough, but he moved on, got married. So some years in between passed. So he ended up hollering at, you know what I'm saying, his ex, but even though he was married, so it shouldn't be nothing like he said a long time ago. If that relationship over with, you shouldn't have no ill will towards that relationship.
Yeah, that's cool. That's understandable. But you married, like you married. This woman in the past, you shouldn't be tripping about that. I understand that.
So,
I'm talking about shit that's fresh. Like
going back to the
you and
question. Let's go back to the question real quick. Have you ever
So let me
experienced?
go and jump in.
Let me finish. Hoo. Have you ever experienced someone breaking the bro code on you?
Yeah.
yeah,
Well, throwing stuff.
Hell yeah.
Go ahead, Kayla. How did you feel? Like, how did it make you feel? Like,
Shit, I'm gonna go and put it out there.
go ahead.
I almost whooped that nigga ass in front of everybody. Real motherfucking talk.
What
And
happened?
forgive me, my language, hey, it's real tonight.
What happened?
Nigga disrespected me in front of the chick. Like, you know, what I do with my time and with my with whoever I'm with is my business. And so for you to mess around and to put out there my past, trying to make yourself look better, nigga, I'm gonna whoop your motherfucking ass on sight. And it took other niggas to grab me and to pull me back. And so, you know, I realized, hey, after the first 2 times, I gave that nigga a pass. I had a conversation with him. Hey, nigga, you know, that wasn't cool. That 3rd time, fuck all that, because you ain't gonna change. You know what I'm saying? You don't go around doing no dumb shit. And to try to make yourself look better at my expense, that ain't finna go down.
And I got another question too on top of that. I'm gonna let E go. You said you experienced it. Go ahead.
Let me say this.
Oh shit. Now I want to say it. Be real.
No, I'll get to my point. Everybody that knows me, like, personally, they know I'm a stand-up nigga. For like at least 99%, I'm a stand-up nigga. I don't be on no fuck shit, but I keep it real. I'm gonna tell you the truth, whether you want to hear it or not. I have had instances where people then like violated, and to the point to where, you know what I'm saying, I was like, I bet. So me, I know how to hit a nigga where it hurt. If I really want to get vindictive, you fuck that old lady straight up. And that's what I've done to get back at somebody because they violated.
So that's how you broke the bro code. You smashed that old lady. Why they still in a relationship, or was it the ex?
Yep.
But moving on.
Savage.
Yeah, straight up.
Hold on.
Let me hold on. Nobody. You know what I'm saying? They violated. I'm like, all right, bet.
Oh. Y'all wild tonight.
Yeah,
hold on. let me correct myself. Zay, I never said I don't mean like your best friend cannot date your ex even though you're married. I didn't say your best friend. No, I didn't say that. Now, that's not what I meant. But E, you took it up a level, man.
Yeah, I'm not going.
Listen, bro. Listen, all y'all know.
I feel you. Listen.
Y'all know I look out. Whoever with me, bro. I look out for people. You know what I'm saying? I always try to help folks. But when you violate the dictate, because it takes a lot to get up under my skin. So like once you get up under my skin, right? That means you made your bed.
Bro.
All right, listen.
I welcome a nigga throwing salt because at the end of the day, more than likely you throwing salt gonna end up helping build her interest, G.
Nah, for real though, smashing somebody old lady that will work more than beating their ass or trying to shoot at them and do all that gangster shit. Like fuck their old lady, bro. That's gonna get to them. You know what I'm saying? So I'm with E.
Y'all going all topic, bro. Y'all going all topic.
Let me jump in.
Niggas be sick. Hold on. They start losing weight, all types of shit. Niggas be sick. They find out you hit their old lady, bro.
Be quiet. Okay. So I'm gonna ask this question then. How do you feel about your friends, or in our case, the frat brother, giving the girl you're dating or trying to date unsolicited advice about you and the relationship that they're about to?
For one.
Let Jay Ward go. Let me let Jay Ward go and answer that question too.
You want me to answer that specific question, or you want me to just give my thoughts on the bro code? Both. Ask the question again so we can all know. Let's make sure we heard you right.
That's why you should have went with me.
Yeah. How do you feel about friend or frat brother giving the girl that you're dating unsolicited advice behind your back about you?
All right, so here's why I am on this, and this is my more so hood upbringing and past life coming into fruition in this particular context. And I was going to say that I have experienced when the bro code goes wrong. I had a friend who I had shared my life with. I've given him everything. I taught him the game when we were in college. Pippin took it upon himself. He took it upon himself to tell a young lady about another young lady that I was talking to while we were in college. That's an ultimate bro code violation because that was not his place to tell her that. Because for one, you weren't doing it out the kindness of your own heart. You were doing it because you wanted her. Okay. But back in the day, I always had an
Ooh.
open door policy. I said,
You got to get
if
these
you
women
can
on your
take
own,
her,
Mary G.
if you can take her, that means she's not mine.
She ain't for me.
If you
Yep.
can take her, but you never sought another man in order to get what you want. You just don't do that. Okay. And that's what he did. He told her, hey, Jay Ward is talking to this girl. This is what's going on. You can catch them right here, right here, right here. And then they got in a relationship. I'm like, come on, man. You was dumb enough to fall for this? Really? So I feel like, no brother should be going behind somebody else's back saying telling a woman what they feel about what I'm doing. You come to me. I'm your friend. I'm your frat brother. You come to me and say, hey, bro, you need to stop doing that woman wrong. She don't deserve that. That's something that you come tell me man to man. You don't go to her on some woman to woman type shit and say, hey, look, that's my brother. I love him,
Well,
but
I'm
he
gonna get
doing
the
you
sheriff.
wrong. What? That don't make sense. Right, yeah, you don't go on
Listen,
no bar, but this is thoroughly type stuff. You don't do that. So I mean, that's just my opinion on that. But on the bro code in itself, I was just going to say that, I think on the bro code, if you ask me about me with somebody else, that stuff is on a need to know basis. Like, I don't never say who I've been with. That stuff is not important. But if you coming to me as a man and saying, hey, I'm interested in dating this woman, then I'll tell you, like, look, we did have a history. Let that be the man's choice if he wants to still pursue this woman that you had something with. Like I had an instance that came up where somebody that I knew was pursuing a woman that I once was involved with. And I told him, I'm like, look, bro, not only have I talked to this woman before, but two other dudes that I know have also talked to her. So I just wanted him to know the information before he made a choice. And then I let the ball be in his court. And he decided to go on with it, and it was all good. But I wouldn't hold some information off. I wouldn't come to a brother on some pettiness or some messiness. But if it's something that I feel like he needs to know, like, look, man, this woman here is shady. I'm just trying to prepare you for that she is shady. That's different. That's not violating the bro code. Um, there's something, and then again, like I said, this is speaking to my past, life or whatever. Um, like Crow was saying, there are some people who are just trying to smash. There are other people that's trying to be in a relationship, and those are two big different things, especially when we were younger. Also, you have people who not necessarily just trying to smash, but you have people who I was just maybe it was just a physical thing, but you like Corey was saying, you don't really want to talk to somebody who your friend was in a relationship with. That's a different thing. But if they just were, they just had a fling, that's something different. If you feel like you can build something with that person, then go for it. But that all speaks to what we talked about in a couple of episodes ago with male ego. When you can put several bodies and you can put a face on the body of the person who's been with that person, that's a tough pill to swallow. But then let's talk about these vultures. And that's what Crow was kind of talking about. You have vulture brothers who, the moment they feel like it's an inkling where they can slither in and take over territory, they're going to take it. That's definitely a bro code violation. You don't sneak in when you see weakness
So
and
how
just slide in and try to, use information for your advantage. You just don't
we
do
gonna
that.
CPP then, but how do you set those boundaries? That's what I really want to know. That's what a question was asked too. How do you want to set those? Go ahead, CJB.
listen. I think we're all missing a key element here. Just because we're in the same fraternity, the same chapter, that doesn't make you my brother. That make you just my friend.
Facts. Right.
So it's like you have when you look into like Alpha Beta, there's some members in Alpha Beta I consider my brothers. Big brother, little brother, brother. There are some that I consider frat, and they will always be frat. I don't consider nothing more than that. So
Yeah. I don't claim it's
it's
right.
like I think when you speak in, I think to talk about what Jay Ward talking about, there were probably people that was just frat that was talking back trying to backdoor, not necessarily his brothers. So that's how and you cannot bring like people you're dating around the frat like that. I just hate to say it because not just around a frat, just dudes in general, because especially if she fine, because they're gonna try to backdoor you. It just, especially when you dating multiple people, so they're gonna use that against you, and like Jay Ward said, they're gonna slide in. So I just think that's the first mistake that some people make. Is it foul? Yes, it's foul, but at the same time, you don't consider that man your brother. You consider us an average nigga. I just wear the same letters, so he gonna slide in. So it's some people, some niggas are vultures like that. That's how they eat. That's how they pull women. They pull
Eat the
women off
remains.
digging bones of other men. It's not a reputable
Hey, let me
thing
say
to
this
do,
too.
but some men do that.
I got one thing, Jay Ward. This is kind of like pick up
Like Corey is
off
saying too. Think about this though.
I,
Go ahead.
oh, now I'm saying like pick back off what you and Corey Brown was saying about like how niggas be backdooring. All right, number one, bro, that shit ain't gangster, man. Y'all niggas, like some niggas out here be, as the old folks say, man, y'all niggas out here tender dick for a woman that ain't even yours no more. And you worry about a relationship that happened 4 years ago. Y'all ain't talking 4 or 5 years, but you don't want her talking to nobody else. That shit is not gangster. That shit is bitch made shit. Leave that woman alone. You go on about your business and move on like you gotta move on. Y'all niggas that be out here throwing salt in the game and shit like that, then you get mad when another nigga do it to you. You shouldn't have put that energy out here in the first goddamn play. Y'all niggas is not Mac, all that dirty Macking and shit like that. That shit is not player, bro. Stop, just stop it all together, bro. Cause y'all, these niggas is out of pocket these days. That's all.
So go to Jay Ward real quick, and I want you to ask this question too. Would you want the person you're dating to come and tell you that your friend or your frat brother, mostly like your friend, said what they said about you to them? Would you
What's
want
the
that?
question again?
Would you want the
Yeah,
person, your girl, your woman, to come to you and say, "Hey, your friend said this about you"?
That's how
Or,
you find
Yeah,
out most of
The
your
that's
women
how
gonna
stuff,
you
talk
G.
find
anyway.
out.
Right,
Women,
because like
They gonna try to
they
tell
gonna
the business.
tell you they gonna straight up tell you, and I'm gonna just be real. I've had so many women to tell me about bruhs, homies, just random ass niggas who be like, oh, Crowley, that nigga this, that, and the other. Crowley, he got this, that, and the other going on. Crowley, it's like, god damn, shit, should I put up a billboard for my goddamn self? Hell, I tell them who the hell I am. But I appreciate you niggas for advertising for me, because now they gonna want to know, is it true? You know what I'm saying? So I just look at it as free fucking advertising. You know what I'm saying? Appreciate the hate.
go ahead, Jay Ward.
yeah. I agree with Crow. I would want somebody to tell me, I'm gonna listen to it. I'm not gonna feed into it because the moment a woman tells me that, then I'm gonna go to the man to man, like, did you say this or not? Like, what's the problem? Because I feel like a lot of times that's what that's what gets distorted in all this. Is just men not really being stand up with it. And then too, I think men have to be honest about their intentions with someone, because a lot of dudes be like, oh man, it ain't nothing, man. She's just somebody I'm messing with. But you secretly got feelings for that person, but you ain't
Yep.
being honest with your homeboy. But you
Yep.
telling your homeboy about all this,
Mhm.
man, she did this and this and this. So now they trying to jump in because you done told them all this right here. So you got to be honest. But think about this. Think about New Jack City. Man, Nino Brown smashed G Money old lady. And then G Money really took it, overboard. But Nino was like, she's just a skeezer. But G Money was really in love with her. So you have to be
He
honest
said you
with
better
your
pop them
intentions
pimples on that
and your
booty.
feelings about the people that you with.
That go back to what
Exactly.
I
So
was
you
saying.
got to be honest about
nah,
how
If you
you
ain't, if
feel
you
bro.
ain't
about
no
a
real,
person. You got to
Hold
be
on,
if you ain't about
you got
that
to be
super
honest,
savage
man.
life,
hold
don't
on,
try to act it. Don't try to act like it, bro.
hold on, E. Corey, what are you saying now to, and why are you saying now?
Why for one, it's like, okay, if I talk to you about somebody, why you feel like you gotta slide in? Why do you want to slide in on something that man taking down? Like, why? What's the point? Like, you ain't. It's like the same. You say like, tell your friend what's up. You tell your friend you love that girl or whatever, and that same friend will be trying to say stuff behind your back that bring it down. So you ain't gotta be honest with your friend. But what it boils down to though is like, I get what you're saying, but it's like you don't want to be certain about something until you know for sure, and at times you don't know. But it's like it goes to the same point. Why you got a back door what this man got going on? it's a lot of women out here. My homeboy tell me like, yeah, man, oh man, I'm just messing with that, blah blah blah. I'm like, bet I ain't finna jump on it too because he on. I wouldn't do that, but it's only because I don't want to do that. I don't move like that. That's just me.
Let me clarify something. Let me go to T. Zay said, "Quit pillow talking." I think that the definitions are different. Pillow talking is you laying down with a chick and you sharing information that you shouldn't be sharing.
Hey, Swift, something just popped in my head real fast. So we talking about the bro code. Let's be real. Let's just say we run across a woman and we don't know she fooling with one of the homies, one of the bros, and she choose to fool with bruh A and bruh B, but they don't know. You know what I'm
That ain't
saying?
your
So then,
business.
hold on, wait.
That's
So then
different.
they come around and
That's just the
find out that they
game. That's
dealing
just the
with this
game.
girl. You know what I'm saying? So with bro code, should one back off if they find out one got deep feelings for the other one, and or should they both just be like, hey, it is what it
You
is?
keep fucking and may the best man win. That's basically
Pretty
it, bro.
much.
Straight up. Don't
The
get in your
best
feelings
man
about nothing you
win,
already
survivor of the
single, bro.
fittest.
Don't get in your
She
feelings,
already,
man.
she
All right,
She
already made it
basically
known what
happened
she
before
gonna
you
do.
even knew about it.
all right, y'all be
Let
quiet.
What you
T.
crying out for? No.
Man, I think what we missing is there's no boundaries. You know what I'm saying? Ain't nobody really said that. Like, why are you talking to my girl anyway? You know what I'm saying? Like my old lady, bro. I mean, she cool with my friends, she cordial with my friends, but there is a straight up line that nobody gonna be crossing. So ain't no information gonna be getting passed about me anyway, because that's a respect level from the woman side. You know what I'm saying? So it's no even possibility for somebody to try to come through dirty Mac, especially one of my partners. You know what I'm saying? Now, if it's just a regular nigga on the street, hey, shooters gonna shoot. It is what it is. But none of my partners should be having intimate conversations with my girl, especially where they can kind of act on me. That's part of the bro code. But another thing we got to touch on is people don't have bro code because people don't have morals, because most people don't even
Ain't
have
shit.
nobody to teach them the bro code or the game. You know what I'm saying? So now you have all this dirt in the water where, oh, it's cool to snitch now. You see what I'm saying? It's cool to holler at holler at your partner woman. You know what I'm saying? Especially somebody that you close to. Like, I promise, in my life, I never did no backdoor stuff to anybody that was close to me. You know what I'm saying? As far as messing with another woman or whatever. If you smash, I smash. That's a little different. You know what I'm saying? I ain't saying I did it, but I'm just saying if I smash, then you smash, whatever. Okay, cool. But don't be trying to like my best friend Dave. Like, I'm not finna holler at nobody. I don't care if they was just kicking it for a second. I'm not finna go back and do no stuff like that, bro. That's just how I feel. You know what I'm
So
saying?
we asked that question because you brought up a good point about boundaries. How do we set up those boundaries when it comes to the bro code and dating? And I think Jay Ward touched on this, like actually knowing that you're really trying to date somebody. But how do you
You
set up
can't.
those boundaries when you dating someone with your brothers?
First
You
thing you
can't
need to
set no
understand,
Man,
boundaries.
a woman can
It's
give.
about
yes, you
respect.
can.
You know,
Yes, you
it's
can.
about respect, bro.
Oh,
It's
let me
about respect.
let me let me.
Hold on, let me rephrase that. Let me rephrase it. I'm sorry. You can
Right.
set boundaries, but at the end of the day, it's about respect. Like, you don't want to disrespect your partner, so you shouldn't even have to go to your partner and be like, bruh, you know what you doing, blah blah blah. Takes my life. You shouldn't even have to have that conversation.
Mhm.
Like, the only time, yo, my partner, old lady, should be talking to me is when she trying to plan something for him, or she need my help getting something for him, trying to throw him a surprise or something like that. That's cool, but just casually texting, nah. And that conversation shouldn't even have to be had. Like T said, it's about morals. Like, I know that that's not comfortable.
Mhm.
So it's like, if I have respect for my partner, I'm not even gonna do that shit to begin with. Like, I'm not finna hit you. If I have to ask you, say for instance, if like one of y'all old lady, like a doctor or some shit, and I got a medical question, I'm gonna hit y'all up and pass that question, or be like, okay, is it cool I ask before I even reach out to her and ask that question? I don't need nobody to tell me that. That's just me knowing that I have respect and I'm a man of morals. So that's what I meant by that.
Got you.
I feel like you shouldn't have to have that conversation with your homeboy. That's why I said you can't really set boundaries. That's what I meant by that.
Yeah, okay. Gotcha.
Okay.
Also, just to put this out there,
All right. Go ahead.
if let's say for instance everybody's single, right? You gotta understand that it's some women that's got the male like mentality. It like they can like you know how dudes be trying to smash two best friends, two homegirls, two cousins. It's some women that do the same thing. You know what I'm saying? I think like dudes gotta understand like that's like Jay Ward said that's part of the game. You know what I'm saying? If she end up smashing you and your frat brother, and then y'all found out till like years later, that mean one for you to find out. You know what I'm saying? All that you do about it is laugh, drink, smoke, whatever about it, and laugh about it. You know what I'm saying? Ain't no need of you uh being on some, oh man, I can't believe you did that. You know what I'm saying? Type shit. But that depends on like what y'all saying, like if you're in a relationship or if it's just a fling. Because like even at the same time, she could be playing both of y'all to like y'all about to get in a relationship, y'all got some intimate feelings developed, and then she ghosts your stupid ass. That shit can't happen. You know what I'm saying? And women are within their rights to do that shit. You know what I'm saying? Perfectly within their right. I'm
Yeah,
just saying.
I'm pretty sure it's
You
been.
got you got picking. You got picking when it comes to that. You got to pick and choose your battles wisely because, like, say for instance, if you do get backdoored, it's not just one person's fault. It's both of their fault. It's your homeboy and your old lady that's tricking out too. You know what I'm saying? So essentially, you got to cut both of them ties. You know what I'm saying?
Go
Because
back
like,
to
how you
what you
supposed to
said.
trust either one of them? How you supposed to trust either one of them after that situation? You just got
Just like
rope.
you said, just like you said earlier, if you can get her, she wasn't mine to begin with. I don't know who said that, but that's facts. If you can
Tell me.
pull her, if you can smash her, she wasn't mine to begin with. So you did me a favor. Depending on how much I love her, that shit gonna sting. Like let's keep that shit gonna sting if I really loved her. But at the end of the day, you did me a favor. I'm gonna be pissed about it, I'm gonna be upset about it, but it's like you prevented me from going down a path that wasn't meant for me to go down by revealing that she wasn't the right person to be with. So it's like,
Honestly,
if the fellas out here like you find out your woman stepping out on you, you being faithful, man, just take that L in silence. Like don't be on social media blasting it. Take that L to the chin and move on. Cause that man did you a favor.
don't be like Lou.
Hey, let me say this. Let me say this. And this
Hold on,
gonna
Jay.
kind of
Hold
speak back. This gonna speak to.
on, Jay
Go
Ward.
ahead, Swift.
Don't be like who E.
Who Lou?
You messy, Swill.
Go
You
ahead,
messy,
Jay Ward.
man. I don't need our show on the next topic of discussion. Man, I'll be in the car talking about us, man. Chill out with
Hey,
that, man.
I didn't hear him. Go ahead, Jay Ward.
So who cares?
Let me speak to this, and this speaks to I guess the scumbag I was back in the day.
Bag.
I really didn't have to set. I didn't really have to set boundaries because I'm gonna let you know what the deal is because I believe in being upfront. Like if I feel like this is a woman that you should go at, I'm gonna tell you like, hey, bro, look, man, you should shoot your shot. Like I'm gonna tell you up front, like as they say now, she for the streets or she not for the streets. I'm gonna let you know what's up, or I'm gonna let you know that me and this person we not in a relationship, but we kicking it strong. So I'm gonna let you know that up front. Also, this speaks to keeping your circle small because if your circle is small, you know the bro code and you know how I roll. You know what I'm about. I remember one of my friends, he brought this girl around that I thought was very attractive. I'm like, hey man, she's straight. And he was like, hey, bro, I'm trying to develop something real with her. And I knew right then, I was like, hey, I got you. I feel what you're saying. Because, and that was all that was needed to be said. So usually when you know your boy and you know how he roll, you already know what's up. But then you know the people in your circle that's grimy. So the people in your circle that's grimy, you got to tell them straight up, like, hey, look, hey, don't be on that bull and all that. And then sometimes you also have to know that outside of that, you also have to present yourself in a way to where that look, I'm bringing this woman around so y'all know what's up. All right, this is not nothing I'm sneaking and doing. This is a woman that means something to me, and then this is something that's very important, so that you don't have to have them sneaking around. But I really have a place in my spirit for people who are snakes and they speak down on another man in order to advance their own agendas. Like them type of people right there. I'm not a violent person, but usually them type of people right there, when they're in my presence, I'd be like, man, get on from around me, man. Or if you feeling like you doing the right thing by trying to speak on another brother and say, hey, bro, that man gonna break your heart and all that. That's not your place, dog. Like you don't know this woman enough for you to be like. And then another thing that I did write down, um, you already know sisters, cousins, relatives, and all that. That's off. That's off limits unless you talk about it beforehand. Like that's a part of the bro
Re-
code as well. Like you don't need to be trying to talk to
relatives.
nobody's sister, cousins, relatives, and all that unless you ask for permission first. You already know that you don't try to talk to nobody's sister or auntie or nothing like that without permission. You should
Bro,
already know that.
bro, the relatives be the
I
ones
agree.
that
I
be
agree, J
strong
Ward.
arming
Hey
you.
Ward, I agree. I
Listen,
agree. I
listen.
agree.
The relatives be the ones that be pushing the needle. I mean,
I
you,
get the sister, bro.
it's, bruh. Listen,
You can at
Cousin,
least be like,
sister,
you can at least
cousin,
be like, hey,
aunt,
bro, your cousin want to give me that ass. Like, you know what I'm saying?
yeah,
That's
right,
like,
right.
you bring it up as a joke first. Like, you know what I'm
At
saying?
man.
least
But
mention it. At least
if you
mention
coming
it.
up to my sister or some shit like that, and I know
Like,
you a shady nigga, I have to take it in consideration. Like, damn, I know this nigga. I know how he
what
be
if
getting down.
what
He'll
if your
give it to
sister
me.
pushed on him though? What if your sister pushed on him?
Oh shit, that's on her body.
He needs to let me know
Exactly.
first.
That's what I'm
Clear with me
That's
saying.
first.
that's on her. Yeah. But
Yeah,
like, I'm speaking on the instance
you
if like
probably
he
do need to
pushing
check
up on
in.
my sister.
Hold on, real quick. Hold on. So Jay Ward, you saying it don't matter if the sister pushed on or he pushed on, they both got to check with you first.
The sister,
I
Yeah,
get
he
what
need to let me know. Like, hey, bro,
yeah, the dude should say
let me
something.
know. At least give me the
And
decency.
I'm with him. I
Let me
can. All
know.
right. Let
You know
me.
what I'm
I
saying?
respect
All
that.
right. So
But
let me. I can truly speak on this. I've had this situation to happen. Honestly, I went to my homie and I was like, "Yo, G, your sister coming on to me," and he talked to his sister, and she still was shooting her shot. I even went to the man mama, because we were. This was back in my days. I even went to the man mama, and I was like, "Hey, Miss Such and Such, I already talked to your son, my partner. Now I'm coming to you because anytime I come to the crib, you know what I'm saying? She making passes, like real talk. I even would have moments where I just would chill on the outside and wait till my homie to come out. You know what I'm saying? Then we hop in the car and we ride out or what have you. So honestly, I felt like I've told him and mom enough times, the situation did happen. And I told him after the fact, you know what I'm saying? Like it happened, like, cause I had went to the crib and I'm sitting there chilling and she making a pass. So I'm like, hey, I done gave everybody warning. They didn't talk to her, you know what I'm saying? So hey, it is what it is. She wanted to happen. Hell, she looking good in my eyes too, so fuck it. It went down, and after the fact it went
Oh,
down, I actually told my homie that it went down, and we still cool to this day.
That's because
But
you
like
stuck
the
with the
way
bro code.
you went
Tony
about it as
Montana.
respectful way though.
Tony Montana killed Manolo over that.
Tony
Straight up.
Montana was a
Tony
sucker
Montana
too.
killed
He
his
was a
homie
sucker too.
over that. Over
But
that.
guess what?
It's,
But guess what? The difference between his homie, and I'm a little bit more grimy than his homie.
that's not
Man,
about being grimy, man. That's different, bro.
Tony
Like
told Tony told him
Tony,
explicitly, leave
Tony,
my sister
then Tony,
alone.
Tony, Tony told him leave my sister alone, but his sister kept throwing that ass at him. So eventually, the man instincts are going to kick in. You know what I'm saying? You can only turn it down so many times. She gonna catch you on the wrong day, wrong night. You in a drought. She getting slammed dunk. They call it what it is. Like you my partner, but it's only so many times I can say no, bro. Now I feel what y'all saying about letting me know what's up. Like I agree with that. Like you my homie, I'm like, bro, your sister ain't taking no for an ounce. So it's like, but after I had that conversation with you, I did everything I can do. So what's left to do?
Smash.
Especially if she a super attractive sister. Now, she an unattractive sister, then of course it's more easy to be like, nah, bro, I'm straight. You know what I'm saying? But they just keep it buck.
Bro.
And
And
you
I
my
think that was
homie.
my thing. His sister was attractive, so I wanted to make sure I tried to avoid that whole situation as best as possible for as long as possible.
So
It's a
what if she
million
ain't
women in the
attractive
world, bro.
and
Y'all
y'all get
sound
drunk
like
together?
these basketball players that keep smashing the same IG models.
That's
Oh,
different, T.
Nah, see, that's different, G.
They look
It
good,
is.
It wasn't like
and them niggas they don't know each other.
his sister wasn't out there, G. His sister
I'm not
wasn't out
saying
there.
that. I'm just saying, like, the same way we be talking about these athletes that keep tossing around the same 10 girls is like
Carucci.
it's millions of women in the world that y'all can smash. Y'all ain't gotta smash your homeboy sister. But
See, listen, I get you. I understand. You know what I'm saying? I feel you. I give every point you're trying to make. Like I agree with it. There's no. It's a lot of red tape revolving in that.
yeah, I mean, I ain't saying it don't happen though. You know what I'm saying? I get it. I
so
understand, bro. You know what
so
I'm saying?
let's wrap it up. Like final thoughts on this, and then we're gonna wrap up the entire night for tonight.
Get it how you live,
Um,
bro. Just don't violate.
Man, the game is the game, but at the same time, you gotta have respect and you gotta build morals. Like the game is filthy out here. It's always gonna be filthy. It's forever been filthy. But at the same time, it's like how important is your friendship? So that's pretty much like what it is at the end of the day.
And
A
I feel
wise
like
man once said, every man gotta have a code. You know
right,
what I'm
and I
saying?
feel like if you're really friends, then you know who your friend is and is not dating. Like when
Exactly.
when me,
Like
you
I
and
know. Go ahead, Swift. I'm sorry.
I would say when me, you and Devin were roommates, we knew what.
Yeah,
Go ahead.
everybody was labeled. So it's like you knew what lines you couldn't cross. It wasn't even a discussion that needed to be had.
At all. All right. So overall, final thoughts for the night. I'm gonna let Jay Ward go or somebody go first, so I can bring Kalo in and then go from there. So T, final thoughts.
Dang, kicking me out. All right, cool.
I ain't
Final,
gonna
final thoughts, especially on the single mother thing, man. I get where y'all coming from, and for the most part, I agree with you. Depending on age, if you should or should not date a single mother, I just say if you do choose to date a single mother, please have the best interest of the kid also in your heart. HBCUs, we on the come up. Jackson State to the death. You already know. Only thing we got to do is continue to push the culture forward, and that will help us in the long run as far as monetary gain. And August Alsina still a lane. I can't support him. I don't agree with it. We already know what Jada been doing. We know what Will been doing. We ain't gonna talk about that because they're my partner. Ain't no such thing in relationship goals. The bro code is good that we live by, but just understand that everybody else is not built like us, and don't put nothing past nobody. I don't trust nobody.
And also, if y'all, I had somebody ask about y'all social media platforms. If you want to, please put your social media platform in the comments.
That's good.
For sure.
I ain't trying to get
Who
fired.
next?
You say me?
Who next?
Jay Ward.
So I just want to say, as far as the HBCU thing, we gotta continue to recruit people, and high schools. A lot of high schools, oftentimes they a lot of times they often aren't passing the letters to their recruits because they're trying to funnel them to certain um, programs. So we have to make sure that we can, as parents of those kids, make sure that you're taking control of the recruitment of your child. As far as Jackson State, man, recruit Louisiana, Tennessee, Alabama, Florida, Arkansas, and Mississippi, and that's all we need. Just recruit that area of people. Like if we can get JPS, Vicksburg, the coast, um, Claiborne County, Jefferson County, and all that, Louisiana, Arkansas, man, we could build a powerhouse. As far as dating a single mother, I totally agree with what T's saying. Just make sure that you're ready to have the child's best interest at heart. Just taking into consideration, my stepdaughter's 14. I've been in her life since she was 3. So I'm, pretty much the only man that she's known. So, And it's been a blessing, a tremendous blessing. And her dad is, he made the decision to not be a part of her life. So, that's on him. He's missing out. He's the one missing out. He pops up every now and again, and I encourage her to reach out to him a lot of times. So I just wanted to say that as far as, the August Alsina thing, it's such, when you're dealing with a power couple, two of the most powerful people in Black Hollywood, definitely. You just, you never know what's going on in that situation and what made him finally decide to talk. But he looked like he was in fear when he was talking about it. He just looked like I can't talk about this, but I gotta say something because I'm gonna end up broke either way. And when it comes to the bro code, it's personal with everybody, and you know what's up with that with the bro code. But just you don't have to tear down another man to build up your own empire. You don't have to salt another man's game in order to gain advancements in what it is that you're trying to do. Just be honest about it and talk to people. And another thing, if you feel like your bro is headed in the wrong direction and he's headed for heartbreak by talking to a woman who's known as a heartbreaker, then you might want to speak up on it and talk to somebody else. But other than that, that's his business. He's grown, she's grown, and you might want to speak up on that. And I just want to really ask, I still don't understand what is T and E Coleman.
I
Like
ain't got my phone tonight.
I don't see the facial hair. So
I
what
ain't
is
got
it
my
that they're
phone tonight,
commenting?
bro.
And I just want to end with this right here.
My hair braided,
I'm gonna just
man.
leave it. I'm gonna
My hair
just leave the
long as
comb
shit.
there. You know what I'm saying?
Oh
Leave the
man,
comb
listen. That's because you've been eating ass for 30 years.
there. Hey, we're gonna talk about that next week.
We can't. Hey, you see mine growing in.
We'll talk about that next week.
Hey, final thoughts. HBCUs, as we stated, let's really, when we do have these recruits to come out and when they are deciding, and for the coaches and for the assistant coaches, whoever is doing the recruit jobs, make sure you're sending out the letters. Make sure you're reaching out to the moms, the dads, the parents, the people in the community who going to help rally behind you to help get that individual in. And when we do get them in, let's make sure we go out to the games and we support. And let's make sure that they're getting the quality education while they're on campus too at the same time, because we don't want them just to be there and be athletes and not be productive individuals after the fact or once they graduate or decide to go into the league, whichever happens. Single moms, man, hey, single moms are great women. They got strengths like no other. You know what I'm saying? Give them a chance. Communication. Um, Communicate with that woman first, or if the woman is interested in a single man, communicate with that man first, and y'all just start building and trying to get an understanding of where y'all see y'all selves and go from there. The August and Jada stuff, hey, honestly, I don't give a fuck, and I mean it. They grown. Everybody grown in that situation. He should shut his fucking mouth. If a married individual lets you in her personal space, my nigga, shut the fuck up. You know what I'm saying? She letting you in her diamond cave that she already let somebody pick diamonds from. Nigga, shut the fuck up if she allowed you to get a diamond or two up out of there. You know what I'm saying? But keep pushing past that. And the bro code, hey, no salt. And if a nigga throw salt on me, I'm just a chef myself. So nigga, I know how to cook with that shit. Also,
boy, you'll get your ass.
and I just feel like when it come to the bro code, just communicate. You know what I'm saying? I've always been one to communicate, to try to understand where my partners or where my frat or my bros are with this young lady. You know what I'm saying? And once I have that understanding, then I try to make a play, a move from there and get an understanding from there. But outside of that, I don't throw no salt, but I have had plenty of salt thrown on me.
All right. As far as HBCU is concerned, I feel like HBCUs gotta take the step to they gotta be able to market themselves. We can't expect the recruits to reach out. I think Jay Ward said that they're not recruiting the 5-star players. I understand why, because they don't want to recruit someone they feel like they don't have a chance at. But I feel like we do have to push our culture, and but at the same time, our HBCUs got to invest in athletics. It just call it what it is. Also,
Real.
as far as dating a single mother, I don't think there's nothing wrong with it. It's situational, but it's not something that I prefer to do. There's no disrespect at all. I didn't want to do that, and I've done it before. And after I did it at one time, I was like, I can't do it again. But as far as the bro code, man, it's like I said, every man you come across is not a man of morals and respect, and that's how it's always been, and that's how it's always going to be. But you shouldn't consider a man your friend if he don't have any morals about himself. So if he's a grimy guy, he shouldn't be in your circle to begin with, because even though he's grimy of other people, it's a matter of time for he bites you in the ass as well. So it's sad to say, but it's just what it is. The game is the game. And as far as Jada, I don't really care about it, but I'm glad Jada getting her ass put to the fire, especially after some stuff she said on her talk show. So I'm just interested to see how she's gonna spin this shit in her favor. But and that's all I got.
E, you went yet? E,
Nah, I didn't. HBCU athletes. Oh man, y'all need to recognize that y'all are the wave of the future. You know what I'm saying? I just want like Crowley said, black people need to support them through the good, the bad, and the ugly. Whether he a 5-star recruit and he end up being the bust, like you know what I'm saying, he still took that risk to come to our neck of the woods and you know what I'm saying, try to bring something back to the table to the community and whatnot. And black people just need to show out and like real life support it. And you know what I'm saying? It's not gonna go. I'm not expecting it to go right the first time around. It's something that we've been away from a while. We got to get back used to it. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna take a little minute, but we gonna push through it. August Alcina and Jada. Shout out to August for hitting that ass. You know what I'm saying? Straight up. But at the same time, I really don't give a fuck about like how he feels or whatever. You know what I'm saying? That's on his body. That's between him and the God he serves, I suppose, or whatever. Uh,
No, not
but
E
what?
with the
Oh man,
religious shit.
nah, I don't even know. I'm just saying, like, no, that's for him and his creator,
going,
whatever, however the fuck he feels. Like, I don't give a fuck. Uh, the bro code, shit. The game is the game, man. Just stick to your morals. You know what I'm saying? And you gotta take game with a grain of salt, man. Single mothers, dating a single mother. Listen, I have my own personal preferences. Why I don't, man. You can agree with it or not. I don't give a fuck. That's your life. Uh, I think that. I think straight up. I don't give a fuck you agree with me or not. Shit, it's your life. Shit. I made my choices. You gotta make yours. Goddamn it.
K
So I
Law.
think
K Lawton froze up.
So no, I'm here. So about the HBCUs, we keep doing what we're doing. Like I said, we got to talk to these parents, make sure that they on board with what we're doing, and let the kids understand that this is a family that they're coming into, and not just a social security number on the wall. Uh, as far as the single mothers are concerned, hey, they women just like a regular woman is. They just got a kid, and so you got to over communicate your intentions with them from the door, and build a relationship with her before you even talk about the kid. As far as August Alsina goes, look, August, you do whatever you gonna do. It'll die out in a week. Shout out to Will on the $105 million deal that he's doing to be a runaway slave coming up. Hey, make your money, bro. Um, as far as the bro code,
Whoa.
look, just don't be no fuck nigga out here. I'm sorry, I cuss, my bad. But hey, that's just real. Don't be no fuck nigga out here. You know, these women out here talking about fuck boys and fuck niggas. Well, hell, if you one of them, that's just on you. And that's all I got to say about that.
I got you. I got you. My final thoughts: HBCU, future HBCU sports. I think that we have to do a better job of showing what we offer that no other school can offer. I don't think there's a PWI on this earth that can offer the culture that Jackson State brings when it comes to the band, when it comes to the eight homecoming activities, when it comes to the choir, when it comes to being on the plaza. Like there's an experience that
The
comes with
rich history.
And walking to Boston's.
okay, it's my time to talk.
And
And
the
far
education,
but the future that far exceeds any other PWI because most of the time these athletes are going to these schools just to play basketball, but we offer something that no other school can offer. Period. When it comes to dating a single mother, I'm on E with this one. Your preference is your preference. It has absolutely nothing to do with me. Date who you want to date or decide not to date who you want to date. Just make sure you let everything be known up front. Either we dating or we just having sex. Just
So would you date one, Swift? You ain't answered that question.
I never answer the questions, and I'm gonna
That's a
keep it.
good question. That's a good question, Crow. Go ahead and answer that,
Swift, do
Swift.
you have something
Answer
to
that,
hide?
Swift.
You have something
Yeah.
to hide, Swift?
Answer that question, G.
hot seat.
So moving on to hold on. Say what now?
Now we gonna hold on and say what to you.
Hold on, say what,
So
Swift?
my personal
That
preference.
boy,
I do not want to date a single mother. That is not my intention.
Hold on,
I'm-
you said you do not want to, but will you?
No,
You
I
keep dodging the question, son. I do this for a
come on,
living. You
Donald
can't
Trump.
play these word games with me.
so my personal
Go with it, Swift.
I want to be able to experience my first child on the same level as the woman that I'm dating. I want us both to experience our first child together. That is my personal preference. Period.
So no, you would not date a woman, a single mother.
Oh, and I'm gonna mute Crow.
Hey, Swift,
Hold
you
on,
answer that hard, yes or no.
hold on. Say what? Like everybody else said, August, Jada, Will. That is, I don't care. That's their life. Just just keep it real. Just if you gonna talk to us, a married woman, don't go and put everything out. You have so much. She has a lot to lose. Period. And the bro code. I'm actually gonna agree with my brother Jay Ward on this one. Know your intentions with the woman because you don't want to tell your friend one thing and you feel something totally different. That can lead to problems and complications that can be avoided if you just know how you are dealing with a person. I have never in my life had to talk to Corey or Devin about anybody they've dated because I already knew where they stood and I knew where I stood as a result. Have morals, have respect. That's some things that can't be taught, but it is what it is. And shooters shoot. Shooters, you miss every shot you don't take. Go ahead, T.
Now I'm with you. I just want to say that we need to quit giving August props for smashing Jada because Jada smashed him.
Fair
Yeah,
point.
some women do smash us men. Let's be real
Jada,
about that one.
yeah, Jada
True.
took that boy's soul, man.
She piped him down.
Yeah,
My last comment.
So she gave him structure.
Hey, she taught that young man some things. She taught him some things.
hey, I'm gonna go watch Jason Leary tonight.
I'm going to watch how Stella got her groove back.
Right?
Yeah.
But I want to.
Hey,
Oh,
Jada was
man.
top notch in Low Down Dirty Shame. She
Oh,
was top notch in Low Down Dirty Shame.
She had a
Rocking the
song.
southern shirt, by the way.
Yeah.
Like I was saying,
Man.
thank everyone for coming out. Please
appreciate
leave
that.
comments. If you have anything that you want us to discuss in any future episodes, please feel free to message either myself or any of these brothers on the show tonight that you know.
Don't message me.
Hey, y'all make sure y'all stay safe out there, man. This virus is man, the uptick is ridiculous, man.
Wear
Mask
the
up,
mask and stay out of inbox.
mask up, wash your hands. Just take the real precautions, y'all. Let's be real about this. Spread the word. We losing people. We know we losing people. So I definitely want to speak on that, and also your mental health during this time. Just take some self-care steps during this time too. It's a lot of anxiety, a lot of depression going on, a lot of suicidal ideations. Be open to hear people and be watchful towards those that you truly are around and care about. You know what I'm saying? Just know their moods, their feelings, and not just take a okay, I'm fine. Really do some in tune stuff and figure out what's going on. That's my spiel on that.
Being said, I want once again thank everyone for coming out tonight, and we are done. Y'all have a safe evening. Be safe.
Please
Love,
share,
much love.
share the page.
Do not celebrate the 4th of July. Celebrate
Share
being
the page.
Share the
Share the page.
Juneteenth.
y'all. Be